Let's talk about square root property, which is used to solve quadratic equations. Okay, so the square root property says that if x squared equals to k, where k is a constant, then we can write x equals to plus minus root under k. It is basically taking square root on both sides, and always remember that in quadratic equation we have two roots. That's why we are choosing plus and minus for root under k. Let's do a problem. Suppose we have x squared equals to 54. So then I can write this as x squared. Let me take square root on both sides. So this would be 54, square root of 54. And I should write down plus and minus sign. Okay? Then what this will do is, this square root and square will get cancelled out. Okay, and then you can see that this would be x equals to plus or minus root under 54. So if we work this square root of 54 in Scratch, then you can see how it can be factored out in terms of prime factors. Okay, 54 can be written as 2 times 27. Okay, 2 times 27 is 2 times 3 times 3. Then you can see that these two 3's can be pulled out, which will be simply 3 root under 2 times 3 is 6. So 3 root 6 would be our answer in this case. So this would be 3 root 6. So that's the answer. Okay. So one answer is x equals to positive 3 root 6. Another answer is negative 3 root 6. So these two are the answers. Let's take another example. So that would be, let's suppose we have x squared plus 9 equals to 0. We can use square root property for this one also. Okay, so this would be simply x squared equals to negative 9. Okay, and let's take a square root on both sides. So that would be square root of x equals to plus or minus root under negative 9. And you can see that square and square root can be cancelled out. So this would be x equals to plus or minus 9 is simply 3 square. So I can pull this 3 out and root under negative 1 is there. Okay. And since we already know by our knowledge of complex numbers, this negative root under negative 1 is simply imaginary unit. So I can write this as x equals to plus or minus 3i, where this I equals to root under negative 1. So this is a complex number. So therefore x equals to either positive 3i or negative 3i. So these two are the answers.